Live from WLNS TV, this is 6 News at 6.
I don't want government ever stepping in and telling us what to do in our own homes.
We are the people.
I back our governor no matter what. She's saving lives.
We know that this rally endangered people.
Protesters gathered in Lansing today to voice their frustration over the extended stay home, stay safe order, and in some cases, violating that very order in the process. It is our top story tonight at 6. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones. Lauren Thompson has the night off. More than 4,000 people said they were going to today's protest held by the Michigan Conservative Coalition in downtown Lansing. And that's where we find Kira Lake. She's been at the Capitol all day. Kira, tell us more about the turnout for this rally, which has been going on now for hours.
Sherry, as you can see right now, the roads are clear, but not long ago, cars were out here bumper to bumper, and traffic at one point was at a standstill. And I actually got to talk to the organizer of today's event, and he says the turnout was fantastic and shows that people across the state are united in protesting. He says they all want their communities to be safe, but at the same time, they have the right to take care of their families. He says if they would have thought the governor's stay-at-home order was going to last until April 30th, he thinks they would have all been compliant.
But she's indicated over and over that this may go well into the summer, and it's unsustainable. You know, COVID-19 is not going away, and the truth is that we need to come up with a plan to be able to live our lives with this going on in the background. It may take a year. Stay safe, protect those who are at risk, and be able to bring Michigan's economy back and put people back to work.
The organizer also said that planning out this event and getting to today only took less than a week, and he's very surprised about how large the turnout actually was. Here for you in downtown Lansing, Kira Lake, 6 News.
Thank you, Kira. Lansing police were responsible for keeping the rally as safe as possible throughout the afternoon. We know tonight that one person was arrested for fighting during the rally. Lansing Mayor Andy Shore released a statement applauding the work of the police department. He added that our First Amendment rights and the governor's executive order allow for protest, but he believes there are better ways than congregating at the Capitol and not following social distancing, which puts not only residents but first responders at risk as well. Tina Ray, the president of the Professional Employee Council at Sparrow Hospital, says the protests created problems for healthcare workers, including ambulances trying to move through the city to respond to calls and bring patients to the hospital. The Gower News Agency shared this photo of an ambulance struggling to get through the gridlock on Grand River earlier today. Sparrow Hospital says despite the heavy traffic in the community, the entrances and exits to the hospital campus were not blocked. It was clear at today's protest that many people got out of their vehicles and did not follow social distancing guidelines. Those are recommended not only by the governor, but medical experts as well. 6 News reporter Brittany Flowers joins us live from outside the Capitol right now. Brittany, what did you observe while you were downtown today?
Sherry, when asked about the protest just a few days ago, the governor said she supports people's right to free speech, but encouraged protesters to do so safely. The organizer of the event actually told people not to get out of their cars and walk around, but that just wasn't the case here today. Not only were people walking around, many of them were doing so without masks on and with young children. In addition, there was a crowd standing outside the Capitol building as well, clearly not following social distancing guidelines. One woman we spoke with even brought 5 kids with her. She didn't seem to be too concerned about the virus and says she believes bringing her kids here is a way to educate them.
Honestly, I believe that there's probably a good portion of the country that's already had it, that isn't aware, possibly have immunities to it. I think that as long as we aren't going up and, kissing people and hugging people, I think just being outside, we're in an open air atmosphere, I think that we're probably okay.
The streets downtown are almost completely clear now. There are still a few people that have straggled, but for the most part, this protest has wrapped up for today. Here for you live in Lansing, Brittany Flowers, 6 News. Back to you.
Thank you, Brittany. Now, while the protest was going on outside the Capitol, Governor Gretchen Whitmer gave an update today on the latest in the fight against COVID-19 in Michigan. Kaylee Marintet was at that, and she will have more on that in just a few moments. The governor did give us the latest numbers, and she talked about many things in today's event. She says hospitals in Southeast Michigan are stocked now for several days thanks to all the donations and help from the national stockpile. Governor Whitmer also says that she signed a new order that will better protect residents and workers in nursing homes, some of which have been a COVID-19 hotspot. And she says businesses should start thinking now about how to keep their customers and their employees safe when they finally do reopen, although she did not say when that might be. Payment status not available. That was the message many people got from an IRS website that launched today when they tried to check on the $1,200 stimulus deposit they were expecting. The IRS launched the online Get My Payment service in an effort to speed up those payments and let people know when to expect them. It was supposed to let people give their preferred payment method and even enter their financial information to receive the economic impact payments as they are officially known. Now, the IRS did not immediately respond when CBS News asked them about these technical difficulties. Well, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services is reaching out to many people who have tested positive for COVID-19 as well as their contacts. And they want you to know that they're doing that so you will actually answer the phone. Public health officials need to keep track of the virus and the people that they come in contact with so they can track the course of this pandemic. Michigan's chief medical executive, Dr. Janae Caldoun, says they recognize that many people don't like to answer their phone from any unknown numbers. Attorney General Dana Nessel adds that scammers may try to impersonate public officials, and the state will never ask for your personal financial information, your driver's license number, or any medical billing information over the phone, and will not offer treatment or medication.
This is Weather First from Storm Tracker 6, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance for whatever lies ahead.
Cold temperatures across mid-Michigan, more snow showers, and we've got more snow, except widespread snow on the way later this week. Our social tracker today, pretty active tracking those snow showers and some cute pictures as well. Take a look at this little guy, Snowcat, near Moscow, Michigan today from Donna. I think Snowcat is saying, you know, it's a little chilly out here in these snow showers. I'm ready to come back inside. Very cute, though. And check out this snow shower moving through Hillsdale. Visibility really reduced as some of the heavier snow was pushing through. Didn't last all that long, and once the snow stops, then it melts pretty quickly. That's what we saw on our WLNS tower cam. Snow was in the median on grassy areas, and then as soon as it stops, it pretty quickly melts. Temperature here at the station at 35 degrees. Maximum wind today 21 miles per hour. In Grand Ledge, you've seen your share of snow showers today. Temperature at 34 degrees. Feels like temperature also at 34. Not too bad. In Jackson, you can see we've got some snow showers coming down. Temperature at 34 degrees, winds 13, which gives you a wind chill currently of 25 degrees. Readings across mid-Michigan. Now, as a snow shower moves through, you go from 34, 35 degrees, and you quickly drop down to around 31, 30 degrees, and then as it moves out, you kind of pop back up. Mason had a pretty good snow shower recently. Temperature dropped about 3 or 4 degrees, now back up to 33 currently. So we look at the satellite and radar, the widespread snow to our east, snow showers here in mid-Michigan. However, tonight through tomorrow morning, quiet start. I think the worst case for us would be a passing flurry. Through the day, we'll get some sunshine, but then clouds will start to increase. There's the next weather maker. It's not going to be here very long at all, but the timing is good for just snow. 7 o'clock Friday morning, we should be below freezing. The slightly heavier snow will be right along the state line. Lesser snowfall rates the further north you go. By noontime, it's already pushing out of the area, and then from the west, we'll see decreasing clouds late Friday afternoon. Snowfall accumulations, not a huge snow, but it is April after all. 1 to 2 inches Lansing, 1 to 3 Jackson, and 2 to 4 along the state line. But it'll melt just as quickly once the sun comes out Friday afternoon, and whatever doesn't melt on Friday will be gone Saturday as we see high temperatures climbing into the 50s. Forecast for tonight, snow showers, overnight low 25 degrees. For Thursday, morning flurry, then temperatures in the low to the mid 40s by 5 o'clock. West winds at around 10 to 20 miles per hour. On the 6-day forecast, morning snow Friday, then the weekend looks much warmer. Highs in the mid-50s Saturday and Sunday. A couple isolated showers, nothing widespread on Sunday. Monday and Tuesday, high temperatures in the low to the mid-50s, upper 50s on Tuesday. And then as you check out the 6+ 6-day forecast, it just stays mild, spring-like. Mid-50s on Thursday, some rain showers. Then as we head into the weekend, near 60 both Saturday and Sunday, and warm enough, maybe some instability, so some thunderstorms possible next Sunday as overnight lows get out of the 20s and 30s and into the 40s as some real spring-like weather finally begins to move back in. I mean, not that we haven't had some spring-like weather, but spring-like weather with no snow sandwiched in between.
Yeah, that would be a good thing. It's just hard to believe. Temperatures in the 60s, now some snow, rain, but that's spring in Michigan. We're really glad that you look ahead for the next 6 days after this.
Yeah, and I mean, once we turn the corner after Friday morning, things are looking pretty good.
All right, David, thanks much. Well, the agriculture industry is struggling to keep workers in the field during this pandemic, and migrant workers are being hit especially hard. We'll tell you all about that coming up. Earlier today, Governor Gretchen Whitmer gave an update on the latest in the fight against COVID-19 in Michigan. Our Kaylee Marinchette was there. She joins us now in front of the Capitol building. Kaylee, what did the governor have to say?
Sherry, the governor gave us an update on the latest coronavirus case numbers and deaths related to the virus. She also talked a little bit about her latest signed executive orders, and she did have something to say about the hundreds of protesters gridlocking the streets around the Capitol. The governor did, and the chief medical executive of the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, Dr. Janae Caldoun, did have some good news. More than 3.5 million pieces of PPE have been donated by individuals and businesses. Dr. Janae Caldoun added that they are seeing a plateau in cases and are expanding testing to people with mild symptoms. The governor did mention the hundreds, if not thousands, of protesters outside on the streets and the sidewalks, and says she's fine with demonstrators, but wants people to still keep their distance.
And I understand the frustration that people are feeling. I'm frustrated too. None of us wants to be here in this moment, but we are, and we have to do the best that we can. I know that people are angry, and that's okay, and if you want to take it out and send it my way, if it makes you feel better, that's fine.
I'll have more for you on what the governor had to say on 6 News at 11. For now, here for you in Lansing, Kaylee Marinchette, 6 News.
Thank you, Kaylee. The pandemic is taking a toll on the farming industry in Michigan, especially when it comes to keeping workers safe in the fields, many of them migrant families. 6 News reporter Araceli Crescenzio is here for you now with a look at the new challenges they're facing.
Every year, nearly 95,000 migrant and seasonal workers come to Michigan to help harvest crops. That's according to the Michigan Interagency Migrant Services Committee. But if the coronavirus hits farm worker communities hard, the nation's food supply could be at risk. Even before the pandemic, migrant workers already worked under what can sometimes be dangerous and unhealthy conditions. Now COVID-19 presents an extra challenge.
A lot of the families that historically have come to Michigan are sitting back and waiting to determine if they're going to risk bringing their families north. And that's going to have implications for the food industry.
Ernie Birchmeyer with the Michigan Farm Bureau says that ensuring a reliable workforce is top of mind right now.
Certainly workforce issues are having an impact right now in the meatpacking industry, and we are bringing workers in on a daily basis, getting ready for our fruit and vegetable season here in Michigan. So we continue to operate in the best manners possible to get those workers here.
To help support the nation's food supply and the workers that maintain it, yesterday the U.S. Department of Labor announced $92 million in grants through the National Farm Workers Jobs Program. Here for you in Lansing, Araceli Crescenzio, 6 News.
Thank you, Araceli. Audrey's here for you now with sports, and Michigan State's football coach, Mel Tucker, well, he's done it again.
Yeah, not only is he proving to be a man of the people, Sherry, but he's also proving to be a man of his word. Tucker landed another 3-star recruit from the Mitten this afternoon, and we'll tell you all about him after the break. And speaking of Spartan coaches, we finally got the opportunity to chat with Jake Boss about the NCAA's decision to grant spring sport athletes an extra year of eligibility. But seniors are returning. That's after the break.
This is the LaFontaine Automotive Group 6 Sports Desk.
If you ask Mel Tucker about his recruiting philosophy, he'll tell you his #1 priority is landing players from the Midwest, and even more specifically here in Michigan. He wants to own this state and win Detroit, and guess what? So far, so good. Tucker locked down his 3rd player from the Mitten today in 3-star defensive tackle Derek Harmon from Detroit Loyola High School. Harmon announced his commitment to MSU via his Twitter page this afternoon, turning down offers from Purdue, Ole Miss, and Memphis. At 6'3" and 320 pounds, he ranks in as the 31st best player in the state. And here's why Tucker and his staff have been able to be so successful in this new era of recruiting, aka the virtual era.
We want to be the best connectors in the country. And so we're using this time to connect with the recruits and their parents and their coaches, through text, through receiving phone calls, social media. Any way we can connect with them, we're doing that. And it's worked out well.
It's been a couple of weeks now since the NCAA decided to grant an extra year of eligibility to spring sport athletes, and when the news was initially announced, Michigan State's baseball coach Jake Boss was thrilled for his seniors. Of course, he had to work out the logistics of it all, but per the NCAA, all 8 of his seniors had the opportunity to come back and sport the green and white if they chose to do so. And after figuring out what was best for them, 5 have decided to come back for another year. The 3 seniors departing are Justin Antonsic, as well as a pair of righties, and Danny Gieselman and Caleb Sleeman.
All 3 of those guys are really wanted to try to make it work, from a financial standpoint. Again, I'm asking 2 of them to come back for a 6th year. And in baseball, we very rarely, if ever, deal in full scholarships. And so there was some out-of-pocket costs for them, too, that certainly wasn't planned on. So they had some options to weigh. The door was open for them, we gave them an opportunity with the understanding that, if it's not able to have, obviously no hard feelings, and they've represented our program in an unbelievable way the past 4 and 5 years. And so I wouldn't say it took the sting off or away anymore, but I think they kind of felt like they were able to go out on their own terms at this point.
Absolutely, and that is a great feeling to have. We'll have much more with Coach Jake Boss tonight at 11. David will be back after the break.
We've got snow showers across mid-Michigan tonight. Brief heavy snowfall won't amount to a lot, but it will reduce visibility at times. On the 6-day forecast, a morning flurry tomorrow, better chance of widespread light snow Friday morning. That moves out. We're in the 40s, melting in the afternoon, and 50s over the weekend. That should feel nice. A couple rain showers, 1 or 2 on Sunday. Then as we head into Monday and Tuesday, we remain in the 50s and no snow in the forecast next week as you look at the 6+6 day. 58 on Wednesday, mid-50s Thursday and Friday. Some showers around, that's okay. Near 60 both Saturday and Sunday. Warm enough on Sunday for a few thunderstorms to kind of mix in there, and then lower 60s on Monday. I don't see anything long range that says more snow and more cold once we get past Friday morning. Doesn't mean we're completely done, but at least it's going to be a very long break from the cold weather, and hopefully that break lasts until sometime in October or November.
Exactly. I'm sure you saw that a lot of trees, it's greening up outside and the lawns.
Yeah.
Right on there.
I mowed my grass first time last weekend.
Did you really?
I did.
Well, yeah, all of a sudden it was like the grass just popped. It's green.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see.
The snow won't stick.
Well, I mean, even if it does Friday morning, it's melting by Friday afternoon.
There you go. All right. Well, that does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us all through the day from 5 till 6:30 tonight. The CBS Evening News is up next with Nora O'Donnell, and the 3 of us will see you back here for 6 News at 11. Until then, enjoy your evening.